So you know what? I wanted to take a couple of minutes today to talk about something that's been really bugging me over the last couple of weeks and months, and that's really just about Bleach. Let's jump right into it. Okay, so whether you're new to the channel or not, and I imagine most people who are brand new to the channel probably don't know this about me, or at least even some people who are new to the channel in terms of like a year or two, really. I don't cover this a whole lot, but when I first started doing YouTube, I was focusing primarily on Dragon Ball and then a little bit of Bleach content here and there. I still really like Bleach. In fact, it's probably one of the only animes that I started as an anime, was so interested in, I read the entire manga. In fact, I caught up to it, having started very late in the game, but I caught up to it well before the ending of the manga came in, and I experienced it with everyone else. And yeah, I understand that wasn't the nostalgia pull that a lot of people had, but I still really enjoyed myself. I think it was a decent enough ending, and I'm still pulling and crossing my fingers for an eventual continuation of the anime. If not, maybe even a sequel series for the manga. I mean, one can hope. But this kind of brings me to the entirety of this video. The idea that we're finally, or at least they were promoting, and now they're finally giving us at least the first 4 editions of Bleach fully on Blu-ray. This is the only one of the only anime, really, I should say, that I sought out because you really can't find all of the anime on any of the major platforms, or at least the ones that I had. I know it only had about 100 and something episodes on Netflix, right? And I watched a bit of those, and I was like, I really am enjoying this. I need to jump on this and get it on DVD because there's no Blu-ray option. And at this point, with the anime gone, you know, the mobile game at that point wasn't doing tremendously well as it is right now. And everything that was going on when I first was introduced to the series, I was thinking to myself, there's not a whole lot of chances that this series gets transitioned into a Blu-ray for the entirety of the series. I mean, at this point, at least, you know, correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, but at this point, I don't even think we have a Naruto all on Blu-ray. And Naruto is supposed to be so much more popular. Same thing with One Piece, right? One Piece has all on DVD, but not really anything on Blu-ray. But lo and behold, Bleach decided to put everything on Blu-ray. I was super stoked, even if I've already owned on DVD at least the entirety of what they've put on DVD before. I wanted to upgrade. I want to have what is best for this series because I consider myself a true fan. But now we've kind of hit a bit of a crossroads. There's been no updates for several months, and maybe by the time this video comes out, lo and behold, they're going to start telling us about the 5th set in the Blu-ray system. And lo and behold, maybe after this video comes out, or at least as soon as this video comes out, they're finally going to make good on their promise and say, yes, the 5th Blu-ray box set is going to be coming out soon, and do not worry, we have the full intention to finishing up the entire series. But at this point, after as long as we've been waiting, I just can't really hold my breath anymore. And I really feel like I've been duped. I'm wondering if anyone's watching this video and feels the exact same way as I do, but I feel like I've been duped going out and buying these on Blu-ray, thinking that there was going to be a point, in any point in the near future, that I was going to be able to have all of Bleach on Blu-ray at my disposal. Because if you're anything like me, that's the way you love to watch content. It's so much easier, at least in my opinion. The fact that you own it and you don't have to abide by streaming contracts and what leaves any streaming service and picked up by another, and you have to pay another monthly subscription for one series that you would really like to watch sometime in the future, if not immediately, and then you have to deal with the consequences for monthly payments that inevitably are going to cost more than just simply buying the entire dang series for what it's worth, right? So I have been dealing with this. I'm wondering, and the reason I'm putting this video out here is because I'm wondering how many of you guys have felt the same brunt of this situation. The fact that they keep promising and they have this, we're going to finally put your favorite series on Blu-ray, and as long as you buy it, there's going to continue to be the next installment and the next installment. And eventually we're going to get all the episodes. And Bleach is like, what? 366 episodes. That's a lot of Blu-ray sets, and really there should be more progress at this point. There definitely should be more progress at this point, because right now I'm really starting to wonder whether or not they're really going to do all of them, and that's just going to feel like a waste of money at the end of the day. I already own them. I didn't need an upgrade for an incomplete series, and that's, to me, that's the biggest lie. That's the biggest failure of being a fan in anything, especially a hardcore fan. You should wait until all of them are on sale, but that's just kind of the folly. If you do not buy them, they won't release all of them because it's kind of an empty promise. It's like, hey, we feel like we can make money on this. We're going to do a slow rollout, because instead of giving collectors and the people who really want to explore, grew up with this stuff, or at least big fans of the series, instead of giving them a reason to go out there and buy everything all at once, we want to make as much money as possible. And if we don't even meet that number to the best of its ability, then we're not going to do it. It's not financially viable, and screw the consumer, screw the fan, screw everybody else, because this isn't really good for us. I'm mad at this. This is a hot take. I'm going to put this in the hot take section, because I every single time this happens, I feel duped. But for whatever reason, Bleach, considering the fact that at this point I would put this, and I know I'll probably get a lot of heat for this, but I would put Bleach at my second favorite anime of all time. Not entirely because, I obviously love Dragon Ball. I cover it on this channel so often. But more so because I think Bleach just has a more mature, interesting story, with Ichigo's character being so different from all the other shonen protagonists. These other characters who come up there and they have very defined, eloquent goals from the very first chapter, and that's what we're moving towards this entire time, when Ichigo's character is far more personal, far more intricate, and something that if you literally read the manga from beginning to end, you can really start to see what he's all about and what he's fighting for, and that is the truth. That's really out there, especially for a manga, at least in my opinion, and it's one of the reasons I love this so much, and why I would really love not only to own this entire series on Blu-ray, but also for the anime to come back in any real way, shape, or form in the future, just so we can see the animated perspective of that last arc, and hopefully, potentially, if they want to expand upon it a little bit more and give us a little bit more fleshed out story, if there's no rush, it's a huge hit, and by the time they get to the last kind of 5 chapters where they started to rush it, they can really expand upon it a little bit more and give us a more detailed ending, maybe even drawing it out a little longer to reach the point of what they wanted to do, or at least what it felt like they were going to do before they abruptly ended the series. To me, that would be best case scenario. But for right now, I'm just waiting for the Blu-rays to come out, and as long as we don't have any information about Blu-ray set 5 or Blu-ray set 6 or 7, however many they're going to do for this, it just kind of feels like a huge waste of money, and I wish I had waited. I really, really wish I had waited, because I'm such a fan. I don't want to be screwed over, and that's what I feel like. Guys, there's a lot of questions here. I know this was a hot take. I've been talking for probably longer than I really wanted to, but go down to the comment section below, and I want you to answer a couple of questions here. Number 1, what fandom has made you mad in the past? For whatever reason, whether it's financially, creatively, or just in general, being a fan of something that just incredibly let you down. Number 2, tell me something that really pissed you off in terms of your fandom, and something that they promised you that they never gave you, and that really upset you, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's experienced that in one way, shape, or form in my entire lifetime. This is by far not the first one. At the same time, it won't be the last. And then also, if you're a fan of Bleach, if you've listened this long, go down to the comment section below and tell me, what Bleach situation do you want? Do you want the anime to come back? Do you want movies? Do you want a continuation of the manga, like a sequel series like Boruto? Or do you just want it to be done and over with? You got your fill from the anime and the manga, and now you want to concentrate on other entertainment situations. I mean, I'm all up for discussions in the comment section below. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. It's been real.